Hello everyone, I am Shayanti Chatterjee, a PhD scholar in film studies in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences in IIT Madras from India. This is a joint paper with my doctoral guide Aisha Iqbal Vishwamohan, who is a professor in the same department. The title of today's presentation is Gali Mohalla or Bazaar, a study of neighborhood culture in the mediated representation of the small towns in contemporary Hindi cinema. Chote Shahar in popular Hindi cinema, small towns in contemporary India. The focus of this study is understanding the representation of the shifting space of the small towns as depicted in the post-globalized Hindi films. For the past few years, Chote Shahar has become quite a buzzword in the Hindi film industry with a steady rise of films based on small town locale. As Dr. Madhuja Mukherjee has argued in her 2017 interview, small town is our new Switzerland, our new popular location. Although it may not be an entirely nascent wave, this surely is a concentrated focus on the local. Now, there are several factors playing an important role in the emergence of this wave. First of all, the current socio-political scenario of the nation has instilled a renewed pride in being desi. It is only natural when being vocal for the local is the war cry of the hour. Secondly, the directors of this kind of films are from various small towns in India themselves, thus making their narratives imbued with personal experiential realities. Bishal Bharadwaj with his famous 2006 film Omkara, or Anurag Kashyap with his Gangs of Wasipur series, or Abhishek Chaubey with his Ishqiya series, are a few of the directors who deal with hinterland narratives. Consequently, in their attempts to portray quote unquote real India, they are looking beyond the conventional city and village binary. They perceive the small town as an intermediate space between the urban and rural, resulting in an inculcation of both sets of societal structure in the same span. Thus, in the post-globalized period, the small town has become a site that, within quote, invades these two cliche-ridden polarities between the urban and the rural, unquote. Here I use site along the line of the argument proposed by Edward Soja in 1989 that site is a space that is churned by the meeting of historical and global processes. At the onset, let me clarify that this research endeavor intends to deal with the continuity of mediated representation in selected Hindi films rather than determining the authenticity of representation. In a nutshell, this research is not interested in improving the verisimilitude of the small town. The theoretical approach followed here has been proposed by Thomas Elzazar that the question is not, quote, how real that which is being filmed actually is, but whether the system that governs its representation is intelligible to its viewer, unquote. Hence, the attempt is not to corroborate the cinematic representations with the actual reality of the small towns. Rather, what we are trying to see here is whether what is represented on screen is relatable to the audience or not. Therefore, the films being considered in this study are deemed as the imaginings of the directors as they recreate the space of what we understand as a small town. Evocation of neighborhood culture and production of social space. This presentation intends to analyze the mediated representation of the neighborhood culture in the small town spaces in India. more specifically in the northern Indian belt, as portrayed in the 5 films to be mentioned in the next slide, slide number 4. The idea here is to capture the fluidity and the irregularities of these spaces through the concept of ethnoscape, which has been described as, quote, the landscape of persons who constitute the shifting world in which we live, unquote. While the focus is to analyze the actual spaces of those towns, this study would also like to understand the relationship between space and the self through the exploration of various social practices. The films that we are going to talk about today are Shuddha Desi Romance, Ranjana, Dam Laga Ke Haisha, Bareilly Ki Barfi, and Manmarziya. While the paper deals with 5 films as mentioned here, owing to the brevity of this presentation, I may not be able to go into an in-depth analysis of each film. Instead, what I will try to do is to highlight a couple of instances from each film without going much into describing the synopsis of each one. Methodology. For the purpose of this research, we will be using the methodological tool of mise-en-scène, which essentially translates into a visual thematic of an artwork, or how a visual art narrative tells a story with reference to its composition, sets, props, actors, costumes, and lighting. With the help of this, in French theatrical expression, the word mise-en-scène roughly means, within quote, put into the scene, unquote. The implication being here that whatever is within the frame is there for a reason, and most possibly to advance the narrative. With the help of this methodological tool, this project would like to investigate the production of social space through the unfolding of various public spaces like streets, lanes, shops, riverbanks, and houses that cumulatively formulate the idea of a mohalla. To explain the 3 Hindi terms that had been used in the title in the context of small town setting, gully is narrow lanes, alleys, where the buildings are practically adjoining to each other, evoking a sense of proximity as well as a lack of privacy. Mohalla denotes neighborhood, a close-knit community space with its various crises and conflicts. Bazaar means the market area consisting of small individual shops rather than the multi-storied shopping malls. One thing that needs to be taken into account here is that small towns do not offer the advantages of anonymity to its individuals that a city can easily provide. Here, everyone knows everyone, as opposed to the city, thus forming a fellow feeling within the community. Now, coming to the analysis of films, Shuddha Desi Romance is a tale of confused romance and complexity of a modern day relationship in a small town space, bringing out the characteristic features of a small town. In this film, the couple who was staying together in a live-in relationship had to pretend to be siblings to the neighbors because of the attitudinal reality of a small town.
किसके घर आए हो?
बहन के। अरे तो और क्या कहता? तुम्हारा लिव इन बॉयफ्रेंड हूँ।
Here is another short clip from Shuddha Desi Romance from the same film, which explores the landscape of the town.
शाम गुलाबी सैर गुलाबी पहर गुलाबी है गुलाबी ये शहर शाम गुलाबी शहर गुलाबी पहर गुलाबी है गुलाबी ये शहर.
The usage of bright colors, evocative local food like kulfi and papad, and the overall creation of the magical ambience pay a homage to the town this film is based on, that is, the Gulabi or the Pink City of Jaipur. The next film, Ranjana, is set in the small town of Banaras or Varanasi on the banks of the river Ganges. This shot is an example of the narrow lanes of Varanasi that has been portrayed in the film. The story revolves around a boy chasing a girl whom he loves and how that stalking pans out in a small town setting. In this particular screen grab, Zoya, the female protagonist, has just slapped the boy for following her around in the bazaar area. This is also a typical depiction of the bazaar space with its gallery of people, shops, colors, and various commodities. The next film, Tam Laga Ke Haisha, is a story of a married couple who are stuck together in a loveless arranged marriage where the husband does not like the wife because she is fat, although she is way more educated and capable than him. The hypocrisy and the double standards of the town folks reverberate throughout the film. In this specific screenshot, the shopkeeper of the ready-made undergarment shop is trying to sell a bra to the female protagonist surreptitiously while her embarrassed husband lurks outside the shop. We can catch a glimpse of the signboard on the right bottom side corner of the frame, novelty stores, ready-made women garments, and nightwears. This gives rise to a funny incident which represents a picture of how the bazaar of these towns operates vis-a-vis a shopping mall in a big metropolis. Bareilly Ki Barfi, as the title suggests, the film is situated in the small town named Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh in India. In this shot from the film, the space is being located through the registration number plate of the scooter, UP Uttar Pradesh, which is a state in North India, and with a girl wearing a sari. A girl riding a scooter while the boy is a pillion rider is not a very common sight to see in these towns. Thus, the frame throws a challenge to the traditional fixed gender roles of the gendered construct of the small towns. The leisure activities and the nature of the sports are evocative of the space of the neighborhood. On my left hand side is a screenshot from the film Dam Laga Ke Haisha, where the couple participated in a contest which was meant to strengthen the bond between the pair. On my right hand side is a still shot from Bareilly Ki Barfi, where the main characters engage in a kite flying game on the rooftop. The last film that we are going to talk about today is Man Marziya. It is a narrative of the journey of a small town girl Rumi who is torn between her former boyfriend and husband. The film is set mostly in the pious town of Amritsar in Punjab, making Rumi's transgression being within quote, even more pronounced against the backdrop of the pious local. It is interesting to note how, apart from the apparent public spaces, the space of the rooftop or terrace becomes another recurrent trope in these films. On the left, Zoya is engaged in a kite fight with the male protagonist of the film, and on the right, the terrace becomes a space for lovemaking and clandestine meetings. An example of how the not so private space of the roof can be claimed as a safe space where the individuals can relish the taste of freedom and can uh, and can and can act out their sexual desire that they otherwise aspire for in a small town structure. Thus, Through the exploration of the bazaar space, various public, social, and private spaces, this was an attempt at understanding the constitution of the neighborhood culture in the small towns. We have also strived to uncover the intricate correlation between the space and the self during the course of this presentation. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation here. I'd be looking forward to listening to your comments and suggestions, and would be happy to answer any question that might have come up during the presentation. Thank you so much for your patience.